Finally, after a long 5 months, my Messor Barbarus colony left their diapause. The temperatures did not spike, so I'm clueless why they suddenly went out of diapause. So, how do I know that they stopped their hibernation? Well, all of a sudden workers started to leave the bottom chamber and started to become active. But before we look at the colony and do a really nice feeding session, I will tell you a bit about my Messor Barbarus colony. This colony is one of my oldest. My second oldest ant colony in fact. I got this colony from AntKit, believe it or not, around 2 years ago. Back then I wasn't that into ant keeping, so I did not care for them as well as I should. Nevertheless, this colony did pretty alright and I moved them into an ant home. They did pretty well in this formicarium, but once a test tube ran out of water, the problems began. The ants were always very thirsty and even the queen often left the tube to forage outside. Time for a change, or so I thought. I connected an AntKit size 4 to the ant home, but the ants did not bother to move. After months they still did not move, so I decided on a radical plan to move them into a new ant farm. From another ant store I acquired a large outworld. I also took a special formicarium that I made myself. By dumping the test tube in the outworld, the ants had nowhere to go and moved into the new nest pretty fast. In this nest they did pretty well. They had a nice brood pile and the seeds were easy for the ants to store. With Messor Barbarus, care becomes really easy if the colony is this size. You throw in some seeds with an external water source and you can leave the ants alone for months. Yes, months. Messor Barbarus in my experience acquires the least amount of care. Nevertheless, these ants are a ton of fun and the majors just look extremely cool. The fact that they store and eat seeds is just amazing, and it's extremely interesting to see these ants make ant bread. The outworld needed to be spiced up, so that's exactly what I did. Some 3D printed rocks with fake plants later and the setup looked very cool. I moved the setup to my bathroom and attached 2 new vertical ant nests. These nests are very cool, but I'm already working on something better. I made some very epic shots of the ants inside this nest, and that is where we are today. Let me show you what the ants look like now. Pretty much the same, right? I'm happy the ants are active again. From what I can see there isn't much brood, if there's even brood at all. The ants mainly occupy the left nest, but when they are fully out of their diapause, they will expand to both nests. I only water the left nest, so that is why they store the seeds in the right nest. Talking about seeds, we should feed this colony some new fresh grass seeds that I'm also selling in packs. While we are looking at this cool time lapse of the ants, I will tell you a bit about the future of this colony and my plans. So, this setup really sucks. Yes, I said it. What needs to change? Well, everything. The nest section was a nice idea, but far from ideal. Moving this setup is not possible, and that makes it extremely difficult for me to record the ants. Also, in the future I would like this colony to be a showpiece, since this is my largest colony, so I need to look at a different way of making a setup. So, here's my idea. A large long outworld, that is not too deep, but long. This allows for a nice viewing area and it's also much easier to record the ants. Then, the nest. This is going to be a mainly printed part that sits under the nest. Yes, under the nest. For hydration I still have to figure something out. It will probably be some kind of sponge system, but I have not made the decision yet. This nest I would call the inverted laptop nest, which is an homage to Wakushi's S6 laptop nest. This way I can move the setup easily, record both the ants and the nest at the same time, and I have the perfect viewing area all the time. In my mind this is just perfect and I can't wait to start designing. Sadly, I don't have much time to make a bold project like this anytime soon, so don't expect a video in the next few months. Personally, as a nest maker, I love to experiment, try out and develop new cool nests, keeping the ants in mind. Would you like to see a video about the designing process, thinking and assembling of this cool setup? Leave a comment if you would like to see a video like that. I probably won't be making these nests commercially available. At least that's not my intention. Last thing before I end this video is something everyone has been saying all the time. Heat the ants. Yes, finally I will be heating this Messor Barbarus colony using one of the heat cables available in my store. Installation is very easy. It's plug and play, you can't go wrong. With this heat cable added, I'm pretty sure the ants will thrive and reach 1,000 workers before the end of the year. Messor Barbarus, although an easier species, is still a very cool and interesting species. If you want a Messor Barbarus colony for yourself, I'm selling them right now on my website. Live arrival guarantee and even a discount if you order more than one. I will leave the link at the top of my video description if you want a Messor Barbarus colony. Then, I also want to give an extra shout out to my Discord servers. I say servers because for my Dutch followers we now have a Dutch only server as well. If you're English, don't worry. The English server is also there and we are approaching 1,000 members slowly. Links to both these servers are in the description. Come and talk, it's a lot of fun. Alright, with that being said, we reached the end of the video. Not much happened with this colony, but there was plenty to talk about. I hope you liked this video and enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next update. Hype!